Have you ever wondered how trauma changes a person, not just emotionally, but deep inside the brain? Maybe you felt it yourself. You're walking through your day, everything seems fine, and suddenly you feel distant, like you're watching your life through glass. Or your heart starts racing over something small and you can't explain why. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. What you're experiencing is your brain's survival system, still at work, protecting you long after the danger has passed. How trauma rewires the brain. When you go through trauma, your brain chemistry changes. Circuits that were designed for short bursts of survival can get stuck in overdrive, shaping how you think, feel, and respond to the world around you. To understand this, let's imagine your brain as an airport. There's a control tower, a security team, and a baggage claim area. They all have specific jobs. The prefrontal cortex, your control tower. It's the rational part of your brain that helps you make decisions, solve problems, and calm yourself down. The amygdala, your alarm system. This little almond-shaped cluster acts like airport security, always scanning for threats. When it senses danger, it sounds the alarm. The hippocampus, your baggage claim. It processes memories, decides what's important, and provides context to your experiences. But here's where trauma changes everything. When you experience something deeply distressing, the amygdala goes into overdrive. It screams danger at the smallest, most harmless things. This leads to hypervigilance, anxiety, and a constant state of alert. The prefrontal cortex becomes underactive. It struggles to regulate emotions and impulses, making it harder to think clearly or make rational decisions. In moments of panic, it can even shut down entirely. And the hippocampus? It often shrinks. This affects how you store and recall memories, which is why some people can't remember parts of their childhood or feel confused by sudden random triggers. Dissociation, when the brain disconnects to survive. One of the most common effects of trauma is dissociation, a disconnection between your thoughts, identity, memory, and emotions. You might feel detached from your body, as if you're floating outside yourself. The world may feel unreal, like you're watching your life through a movie screen. Sometimes emotions flatten completely. No joy, no sadness, just numbness. Why does this happen? Because when your brain's stress system is overwhelmed, it cuts the circuit to prevent overload, like a fuse blowing to stop the house from burning down. In the short term, this protects you. But over time, chronic dissociation can leave you feeling disconnected from your body, your emotions, your relationships, even your sense of self. It can make you feel trapped in the very pain you're trying to escape. Hey, if you're still here, thank you. It means you care about understanding yourself or someone you love on a deeper level. And that matters. Because once you understand what's happening inside your brain, you start to see yourself not as broken, but as someone who survived. Trauma doesn't just end when the event is over. Sometimes your brain and body get stuck replaying old survival patterns. The fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses. This is called a trauma loop. Instead of recognizing that the danger has passed, your nervous system keeps reliving it. A slammed door, a harsh tone, even a certain smell can trigger the same panic or numbness you once felt during the trauma. Here's why. The body's natural stress response never fully completes, so the trauma energy stays stored. The brain builds shortcuts, associating harmless cues with danger. Each time you avoid a trigger, you feel temporary relief. But your brain learns to stay afraid. The result? Chronic stress, repeating emotional patterns, and a body that feels tense or shut down even when you're safe. Okay, this all sounds heavy. But here's the hopeful part. Your brain can heal. It's called neuroplasticity. The brain's incredible ability to rewire, grow, and adapt even after trauma. Healing takes time. It takes compassion, consistency, and often help. But it's absolutely possible. Here are 5 research-backed ways to help your brain recover and rebuild trust and safety again. 1. Mindfulness and grounding. When you feel dissociated, mindfulness gently brings you back to the present. It's like flicking the lights back on in a dark room. Notice the weight of your feet on the floor, the sound of a fan, the taste of your coffee. You can try it right now. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This simple grounding practice reminds your brain, I'm here, I'm safe, this moment is real. 2. Movement and exercise. Exercise isn't just about fitness. It's medicine for the brain. Movement helps balance stress hormones like cortisol and can even grow new cells in the hippocampus. It doesn't have to be intense. A walk outside, stretching, or dancing in your room all count. Yoga and somatic practices go deeper by combining movement, breath, and awareness, teaching your body that it's safe to move again. Because trauma isn't only stored in the mind, it's stored in the body. 3. Safe relationships. Trauma often happens in relationships through neglect, betrayal, or abuse. That's why healing also happens through relationships. When someone listens without judgment, when you're hugged without fear, your nervous system learns that connection can be safe again. Safe relationships literally help rewire your brain's trust circuits. 4. Creative expression. Sometimes words aren't enough. Art therapy, drawing, painting, music, writing, gives you a language beyond language. It helps process what your mind can't put into words and releases emotions trapped in the body. For many survivors, creativity becomes both a voice and a path back to wholeness. 5. Therapy and professional support therapies, like EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, somatic therapy, and CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, are designed to help your brain reprocess trauma. They help you separate then from now, so your body can finally stop reliving the past. If therapy feels out of reach, start small. Listen to podcasts, join online support spaces, or read trauma-informed resources. Every small step counts. Trauma may have rewired your brain to survive, but healing can rewire it to thrive. So ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today to remind your brain that you're safe? If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Comment, I'm here, and share one small thing you'll try today to nurture your healing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us create more meaningful, science-based content about the human mind. And remember, your brain is not broken. It's healing in the only way it knows how. You just have to help it find its way back home.